Hey, I'm Will Wiggins. I'm the Operations and Production Manager for Built by Faith Contractors. I've been with the company just a little over a year, started as an intern in April of 2021, and after that brief internship, started full-time with the company. I was born in Chamblee, Georgia. It's the Chinatown of Atlanta on the northeast side. Raised there half my life as an inner city urban youth, and then when we were about 12 years old, we moved up to northwest Georgia to Cartersville, which is the foothills of the Appalachians. So half my life in the inner city, half my life in the country/suburbs. My father was a carpenter, so I grew up as like a gopher on the job sites from as early as I can remember. Go for this, go for that, handing up hammers and tools. Got into high school and college, started working for him more in a paid position. Went to Shorter University in Rome, Georgia. They're in West Florida's conference. Played football there for 4 years. Really, the only way I was going to go to college was if I got smart or good at sports, and so I chose the latter. After that, joined the Marine Corps because my father, again, was a Marine before becoming a carpenter. But I was blessed and fortunate enough to have a degree, was recruited as an officer, and then began flying in the Marine Corps in 2011. Came down here to West Florida to Sherman Field on Main Site, Pensacola, and then up at NAS Whiting Field to fly there. Got my number one choice as Marine Corps C-130s out of flight school, and then went to Japan for an operational flying tour. After 3 years out in Japan, where my first son was born, we came to Jacksonville, North Carolina to do forward air control and terminal attack control. So flying, and then the second tour was on the ground with the ground forces supporting their operations. Did a deployment to the Middle East while I was with that unit, and we worked out of East Africa and the Gulf of Aden area over in the Middle East. Did a embed tour for 6 months with Special Operations Forces. Was really rewarding, an eye-opening tour there, as well as 4 separate humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions with the Marine Corps prior to coming back here as a flight instructor at Whiting Field. Active Marine there for 3 years. And this past year, I actually resigned my commission, left the Marine Corps after 12 years, and have moved into the Naval Reserve as a reserve instructor pilot. My second child, second son was born here, and we were just blessed with a third child, Evelyn Faye, our daughter, this past year. So I got 2 boys and a girl. Met Andy, the general contractor and the vice president of the company here at our church, Living Truth, in 2018, and he's been a witness and a mentor in my life, both professionally on the military side and now on the civilian side in BBF. I've kind of followed his lead and his sage guidance, which has got us to this point. So doing part-time flying up at Whiting, but full-time operations here with Built by Faith. Loving every minute of it. So when you see our guys in the gray shirts on your job, that's our A-team. Those are our guys at Built by Faith. We chose gray for a reason, so that when you see our guys on your job, we're the gray man. We want you to see, one, like you'll see on our shirts, that we are truly built by faith. Everything we do is an homage to him and the cross. And our guys wear it and wear it proudly. And the second thing is, since we're in gray, we want you to look past us and see the work that's being done on your home. The quality work, the level of quality that my superintendents, Kenny and Sid, bring, and the attention to detail that the guys that they run give you. If you come into one of your job, right, your home, and there's something that's not quite right, never be afraid to tap one on the shoulder or talk it out with them, because we will execute what it is that you're looking for. That's what drew me to this company, coming in as the outsider to an already functioning company, and just seeing the way Kenny and Sid can talk with the client, can talk with each other, can solve hard problems that no one else wants to touch. That's why we do the design build new construction. It's why we do the design build intimate in-home renovations, because it's that important. And if we're halfway through something and it's not hitting the mark exactly, that's where our guys come in to ensure that we achieve that vision. I've never seen carpenters like it. A lot of people want to do production building and just slap up house after house with no client interaction. It's our way or it's no way. They might want to pull off of a job, but when things get tough in our company, that's our challenge, and that's what lights us up. Watching the guys solve these problems to achieve the client's end state is the most motivating factor in my day each day. As I step back and watch, any one of our gray shirt guys getting a vision across the finish line and watching the clients light up as that comes together is a testament to who our guys are, their level of professionalism, their level of competency and ability. Again, been in and around the construction and contracting industry since my youngest days and never seen a crew like this before. It's awesome to watch them work and make it happen, achieve the goals, the dream that the clients have. So at Built by Faith, whenever we start a project, even before the first nail gets driven into a board or we start clearing land or whatever it is that we're going to do for you, we like to have a conversation about who we are, that we're a faith-forward company that puts, honestly, Christ first in our lives, both personally and professionally. In that, he commanded that we love one another as he loved us. So what we bring to the table is an open heart, always forthright, honest, and we're going to tell you what we feel, what we know, and communicate that with you at all times, keeping that in mind. So if we got good news, we're going to tell you. If we got bad news, we're going to tell you. If plan A, B, or C falls apart, for something goes missing, something's broken, something's back ordered, we're going to tell you. And we're going to have another plan. We're going to work through that together, and we're going to communicate at all times what it is that we're going through and what it is our plan to fix it and get us across the finish line together. We'd like to listen, so if there's awkward moments of silence, that's just us listening to you, to hear from your perspective, the things, the concerns that you have, the changes that you might want to make on whatever project it is that we're working on, because you're important. I mean, you are the client. You are our mission that we're working on at that time. As far as the day-to-day operations, we're going to communicate with you. If you don't hear from me or anyone on the team, we're likely taking to task something that is crucially and vitally important on your home. And then when we have a sufficient answer, we'll come to you with that answer and talk about it. I think that's a glaring and massive hole in the construction industry, is that communication piece, because it is hard. We do get pulled into the tools and into the project itself a lot of times, but that's where me or Andy come in to zoom out, pull the client in, and explain things, because knowledge and information is power, and we want you to be empowered because it's your home, it's your renovation. Next to your family and your faith, your home is the most intimate, most important thing in a lot of people's lives, and we understand that, and that's why we care and have the passion for what it is that we do with Built by Faith Contractors. So again, at BBF, it's about communication, right? Christ told us to love one another, and I can't go back to that enough. And if you truly love someone, you're going to tell them the truth, first and foremost, whether it's hard, whether it's good news, bad news. The construction industry gets a bad rap about communication. I imagine if you're contacting us at this point, you've probably likely already experienced it. Called 2, 3, 4 contractors just trying to get someone to return a phone call, a text, or an email. And I know it's tough. I know what they're going through because I'm in it every day. But the communication piece from BBF, again, is huge. We're going to shoot you straight. We know there's going to be good things and bad things that happen on the job site, but we're always going to have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, and we're going to communicate that plan to you. And then, just because we came up with a plan, or just because we sent you some data or information for you to make a decision with, doesn't mean that we're done there. Again, what sets us apart is when we come up with this, we're going to discuss it openly with you as the client, because you are vital to the accomplishment of the mission. It is your home. And so when we bring you data or information, that is an open and honest and candid conversation for us to work through together to ensure that we always achieve what it is your vision and what you are looking for. Again, to summarize it, I've seen a lot in the industry where there's a 100% lack of communication, just nothing is said, or there's a very our way or the highway mentality in the contracting field. And when we zoom out and look at those two facets and factors, it's easier for us to succeed because we're just not going to do those things. We're going to talk to you. We're going to work together on the project, and we're going to accomplish your vision in your home.